Am I the a-hole for telling my roommate that I don't give a duck about her boyfriend's allergies? I, 24F, have been living with my roommate Layla, 25F, for about 10 months. We have a 2-year lease, so I really want to fix this, so we're not miserable for the next year, and to start I need to see if I'm in the wrong. Layla started dating Kyle about 6 months ago. Kyle has severe food allergies to shellfish, nuts and soy, as well as a lot of more mild and moderate allergies. I use nuts and soy a lot in my cooking and some occasional shrimp. At first, Layla would tell me that Kyle was coming over and I would just adjust whatever I was planning on making, if it was something that would be aerosolized, mostly nuts, and this was fine. He's never had any reactions at our apartment from my food. But it slowly escalated and now they want me to not keep any ingredient in the apartment that could cause him anaphylaxis, even if I'm not actively eating or cooking it while he's over. I've refused and they've both pushed back a lot on it and I snapped a little and told them I don't give a duck about his allergies. I can accommodate him to an extent but I don't care if the contents of my cabinet make him uncomfortable. He doesn't need to be near my things at all. They're being very dramatic and insisting I'm gonna end him with my selfishness by having closed jars of nuts in the kitchen I pay to use. But I'm not going to have my diet restricted by someone who doesn't even live here. Layla isn't speaking to me at all right now and I feel a little bad now because I do understand how serious allergies are, but I also think they're overextending boundaries by telling me what I can or can't eat when he's not even here. Update. I sat down with Layla a few days after my initial post, and really talked with her about why I felt her and Kyle's request was unacceptable, and I laid out my biggest concerns. I eat mostly plants so nuts and soy are like 50% of my protein. So my grocery bill would increase because I'd have to make it up in animal products. Who's going to pay for that? I'm not vegetarian but I don't really want to eat like that and I definitely don't want to pay for it, so would they make up that increase? I honestly didn't trust them to stop there. I already did what I felt was a reasonable accommodation and it wasn't enough, so how long till they take coconut, eggs and tomatoes from me too? It was weird AF to ask me in the first place, and I felt really disrespected because this is my home and I don't take second place to a guest. I can to her, personally, of course, but that doesn't extend to the apartment. I said I would agree to continue not using his serious allergens when he was present, or soon to be, and that was the line. It didn't go over well at all and Layla told me I was overreacting, and I could just do it, and kept talking over me when I tried to say that I wouldn't. Eventually she slipped up with the, well, what if he moved in, and I said absolutely not and ended the conversation with her for the night. We argued in circles about it for nearly 2 weeks and once it was out, she didn't drop it. I realized it wasn't going to get better, so I did what I didn't want to do, and told her that I was going to the landlord about breaking my part of the lease and she freaked out. I don't know where Kyle's money goes, but apparently he doesn't have any, because she was yelling about not being able to afford it on her own and he couldn't help even if he moved in. I told her that this had gone way too far and I didn't think I could be happy living here with her anymore. If it were easier for her to leave instead, that would be fine too. She was really upset and I said I wouldn't force her out, or leave her suddenly on the lease alone, but it was one or the other. Eventually she accepted it and decided she would move back in with her dad. That was the end of April and she's fully moved out as of this week. My childhood best friend, Allie, has been flip-flopping on moving to my city for forever now, and me calling and saying I had a cheap open bedroom if she came right away, got her to finally pull the trigger on it. And it helped Layla out because she didn't have to pay to break the lease since I agreed to cover the full rent at my own risk. Allie has stuff to tie up in our home state still, but she's already sent me half of July's rent. I just gotta squeeze for a little while but I'll make it. I'm super excited to see her and show her around. Plus we've been cooking together since 4th grade, so that'll be a nice change, lol. And I can get a cat. It's been a bit of a rough couple of months, but I'm very happy with how things are looking right now, so I just wanted to share with you guys.